When it comes to premium smartphone design and a great user experience, Oppo is one of the Chinese manufacturers that truly emphasizes on that on their smartphones. So today, we have a new phone from Oppo itself. It's not the R7 or the R7 Plus. However, this is still a pretty premium smartphone. It's called the R1X and this packaging is still new from Oppo. My name is Warren from KLGadgetGuy and we are going to unwrap and unbox the Oppo R1X. So the R1X's box is not as premium as the previous two devices that we have unboxed, the N3 and the R5. However, this box still looks pretty fully loaded. So let's cut the plastic wrapping around the box and we are going to take out the device itself. But before that, we are just going to take a look at the back of the box to see what else is the specs on the R1X. Alright, so Oppo didn't actually give us much details on the specifications. All we know is that it has a 5-inch 720p display, a 13 megapixel rear autofocus camera, a front-facing 5 megapixel front camera that looks really great, and the phone is 6.8 millimeters thin, so it's still a very thin smartphone similar to the Galaxy S6 or S6 Edge, and we have a weight of 130 grams, which is quite light for a smartphone. So it accepts 2 SIM cards, supports GSM, WCDMA, and FDD LTE networks. So sorry, no TD SCDMA or TDD LTE. So you can't use this phone in China. So let's take away this plastic and we are going to unbox the phone just like this. Alright, so we gotta push out the packaging. There you go. This is the box of the R1X. And let's open it up. There we go. Here's the Oppo R1X. Let's take out the device and take a look at the contents. I hope Oppo does surprise us with some additional accessories inside the box. So here are some manuals. Let's take it out. And there's a case, just like the Novo's Vibe X2. Oppo does offer a case for its R1X and it has a SIM ejector right here. So which means the back cover is not removable. So other contents include a 3-pin charger. This is not the Vogue Rapid charger. It's a 2 ampere output charger which charges the phone still pretty fast but not as fast as Vogue. And we have standard pair of earbuds, not in-ear. And we have a micro USB cable right here. That's pretty much on the contents of the Oppo R1X. Oppo's R-series smartphones are always about premium design and build quality. Look at the screen bezel, it's so tiny that even my small hands can reach the entire screen estate of the phone. And underneath the display, we have 3 capacitive buttons which will be lit up when the phone is turned on. Here's the menu button, the home button, and the back button. So let's take a hardware tour on the Oppo R1X before we turn on the device. So on the front, we have a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. The speakerphone is next to it. And look at that beautiful aluminum steel frame around the phone. It's just simply beautiful. So on the left, the power button is placed here, which means this phone is suited for left-handed users. And on the bottom, we have 2 speaker grills, which means stereo speakers, which should be loud. However, there's one disadvantage, which means if you hold your phone in landscape like this, you will actually cover the speaker ports. And right here, there's the micro USB port. Unfortunately, there's no Vogue Rapid charging included on the R1X. So on the right, we have the volume buttons. And here's the SIM tray, which I believe the micro SD card slot is on board, is inside the SIM tray. And on the back, wow, look at that beautiful prism effect on the phone itself. Isn't it beautiful? This is the sapphire blue version of the phone. And we have a 30 megapixel camera right here, and next to it, it's a little bit distant if you can see. The LED flash is right here. It's not a dual tone one, but a single tone flash, which should actually still take great pictures. So on the top here, we have the secondary microphone as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. Thankfully, Oppo this time, you have included something important that is missing from the Oppo R5. Next, let's turn on the device. Alright, we are done with the setup process of the R1X, but before we dive into details, I would like to show you the SIM tray of the phone. So this is a very flexible design that has been featured back in the Oppo N3, R5, as well as the Samsung Galaxy A series smartphones. So on the first SIM tray, you could insert a micro SIM card slot that supports LTE networks, and on the second SIM tray, which I'm not sure if it supports 4G as well, but we could actually check that out later in our full review. But it also supports a micro SD card slot. So Oppo does give you the flexibility of either accepting 2 SIM cards on the phone or expanding your storage on the second SIM card slot. Alright, so let's slot this SIM tray back into the phone just like this. Very smooth and well done, Oppo. It's not a crude design. Okay, so here is the R1X. So let's check out the software version as well as its hardware. So in the About phone, we are seeing Oppo's ColorOS version 2.0.1 based on Android 4.4.4 KitKat. So the processor running on the phone is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 64-bit octa-core processor running at 1.5 GHz clock speed. We have 2 GB of RAM and it has 11.09 GB of available storage after first boot. So the total storage space is 16 GB and using up 5 GB of memory on the phone sounds very reasonable. So overall performance, as you can see, even though we have not installed any apps, it actually feels very fast, but we will need to find that out in our final review of the phone to see whether it is a reliable smartphone for everyday use. So that's pretty much on the unboxing and the first look of the Oppo R1X. This is one of the premium smartphones that I really like from Oppo. Stay tuned for the full review of the R1X coming right up on KLGadgetGuy. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media, Facebook, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at KLGadgetGuy, whereby we'll be doing social media updates on using the phone itself. So once again, my name is Warren and this is the Oppo R1X. We shall see you again in our next video. That's it for now.